I want to introduce you, because I have the pleasure of introducing you now, to Antoine Cantin. He's 15 years old. He's from Rockland, which is just outside of Ottawa. And this weekend in Toronto, he set a world record. He solved a Rubik's Cube using one hand in an average of just over 12 seconds. Okay, we're going to get to you in a second, Antoine, because we want to let everyone see this, because seeing is believing. Watch this. Wow! So you get a couple of tries at it, Antoine. What was your average time then? What was your score?
The average of the 5 solves was of 12.56 seconds.
With one hand?
Exactly.
Yeah. So how did you start learning how to do this?
I first learned to solve a cube about 5 years ago from my older brother, Andre. He learned it during the March break from his friend, and he was really passionate about it and wanted me to learn. At first, I thought it looked boring, just twisting around a cube for no reason.
Yeah.
But then he really wanted me to learn it, and he finally convinced me. And then when I learned it, it was kind of interesting. So I just started solving it, and then I started timing myself. And then I realized that after doing a few solves, I started improving a little. And then I kind of wanted to improve a little more. And then it was just getting faster and faster, and I was really happy I was improving. And then I was approaching the times of my brother, so I practiced even more because I wanted to beat him.
Of course,
because it's like
that's what you're supposed to do when you have a brother. You gotta get better than him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So eventually, I got to his level and was able to beat him. And then I got even more enthusiasm. I continued practicing, and eventually I went to competitions, continued practicing even more, and that's how I got to the level where I am today.
Ah, wow. I mean, you're like Canadian champ, and now like you got this incredible world title. But you know what's fun? We were checking out your YouTube page, and it's not only that you can do this with one hand. You actually can solve the puzzle with your feet. So as we show people that feat, without going into too much detail, what's going on in your head as you try to solve this puzzle? I mean, how fast are you thinking?
Basically, to solve a Rubik's Cube, there's a certain method to it. So what I'm doing when I'm solving a cube is I'm looking at what I have to do for the current step, but at the same time I also have to look ahead to the next step so that I can minimize the pauses I do, and I can turn constantly and get the fastest time.
All right, so it's how much of it is instinct and how much is intellect? I mean, I'm guessing you're probably pretty good at math at school.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at math. I'd say it might be one of my strongest classes, but I wouldn't say it's really related to math. I would say more people that are good at Rubik's Cube are good at math is because that when you're good at math, you tend to be more interested in things like Rubik's Cubes. So I would say it's more related that way. But solving a Rubik's Cube is mainly being able to react quickly to what you see on the cube. It's also dexterity, because you have to
I could see that. I mean,
fast.
your hands were amazing. I got one more video to show just quickly here. You're saying it's reacting to what you see, but I also know that you can solve Rubik's Cube with a blindfold on. So it's obviously a big part of how you feel it, too.
Yeah, it's a lot of memorization, because even when you look at it, when you solve it looking at it, you have to memorize many different formulas or sequences of moves to solve particular cases on the cube. And also, when you solve it blindfolded, you have to memorize the cube before solving it, and that really trains your memory.
Oh my goodness. So okay, so how long do you get to hold on to the crown, or do you have to defend it like immediately, or are there other people already trying to get it faster than you?
I have to defend it pretty much immediately, because absolutely anyone in the world, they can beat the world record if they go to a competition, and they beat my time. So I really got to work hard to try to best my record, and try to improve it so that other people can't steal it from me.
All right, but for now, man, you're #1. Congratulations, and thanks for sharing your passion with us. Great story. You take care.